In this video, we'll show you how to install a high-performance Rockford Fosgate audio system on this Harley-Davidson motorcycle. Welcome back, I'm Eric, and today we're going to install an HD14RGSG-STAGE2 on this Street Glide. The first thing we need to do is make sure that the bike is flashed by an authorized Rockford Fosgate dealer. Now we have a list of dealers that can flash on our website. This is because the factory radio contains an excessive EQ curve preset by the factory. Now this is fine for factory setups, but with the high performance aftermarket system like we're going to install here, we need to get rid of that EQ curve. This will allow you to experience the full potential of our audio system. We'll go ahead and get started by removing the seat using a number 2 screwdriver and a 10mm socket to disconnect the negative battery terminal. Okay, now that we're done with that, we're ready to remove our fairing. First, we'll install the service cover on our fender. Then, using a T27 Torx, we'll remove 4 bolts from the inside of the fairing and 3 that hold the visor in. Now this is best done with 2 people. One person to position and hold the fairing while the other person removes all the bolts. Then once you pull the fairing down, you'll disconnect any harnesses and remove it from the bike. Now we're ready to remove our speaker pods. We'll start by disconnecting the harnesses on top using a flathead screwdriver and plastic removal tool. Then we'll use a 5/32 ball head Allen to remove the top screws from the top of each pod. We'll move on down and remove the 3 bolts from the lower inside using a 7/16 socket with a swivel joint and extension. Now the brake side is difficult to get to, so we recommend detaching the lower harness panel with the number 1 Phillips to give you extra space. Finally, we'll use a 3/16 Allen driver to remove the 3 screws from each pod. Now we're ready to remove the factory equipment and install our new speakers. As you can see, when we removed the speaker pods, there were some additional harnesses that we had to remove. The TMS65 speakers included in your kit contain extra grills for road glide and tour pack installs. For our batwing fairing, we're going to use this grill with 3 tabs. We'll start by using a T25 Torx and remove 3 screws that hold the factory grill. We'll then use the same hardware to secure our new ones in place. Take note when installing that the logo will reside at the bottom. We'll use the same T25 to remove the 4 screws from the speaker pod and install the new speaker with the logo toward the bottom as well. After that's done, we'll use our 3/16 Allen driver to secure the 3 outer screws to hold the pods in place. Before we move on to the next step, we'll go ahead and finish attaching our speaker pods and reattach the wiring harnesses, including the lower harness panel. Once we're done with that, we'll start prepping for our amp bracket by removing these two harnesses and carefully relocating the satellite antenna. Now we're ready to install our amp bracket. First, using a T25 Torx driver, we'll remove these top 4 screws. Then, we'll stick on 4 included standoffs over the holes. Now, these are very important because it isolates the heat generated from the amplifier and preventing it from transferring to the other electronics. Then, we'll position the bracket with the heatsink fins facing the front. Using the supplied hardware and a 3mm Allen driver, secure the screws into the holes labeled 14+ Street Glide. Now that we're done with that, we're ready to tune our amplifier and install it. Now we offer a free amp tuning guide that's available in the description of this video and through this kit's product details page at rockfordfosgate.com. Once we get the amplifier configured, we'll secure it to the amp bracket using the supplied hardware and a 2.5mm Allen driver. Now before proceeding, be sure to remove the pre-installed power connector since the harness already has one. Now that we have that done, we're ready to remove the gas tank. We'll start off by disconnecting the electrical harness and pulling the 2 breather lines in the back. Note that they may be zip tied underneath. Next, we'll disconnect the gas line. Push up on the hose and while sliding the fitting upward, pull down on the gas line. Now be ready to have a shop rag handy just in case you need to catch any excess fuel that's left in the line. Once that's done, detach the 2 rubber boots from both sides of the front of the gas tank. Then use a 1/2-inch socket and extension to remove those bolts. Then use the same socket and a smaller extension to remove the 2 bolts in the back. Now that we have access to our center channel, we're ready to install our power harness. First, cut any zip ties off and unsnap the center harness cover. Once that's done, we'll take the power connector side of our harness and run it up through the clutch side of the motorcycle. We'll then use a small Phillips driver to unscrew a plastic rivet that holds a retaining bracket in between the forks. We'll route our harness through this bracket and up to the amplifier. Make sure you have enough slack to make your amplifier and battery connections. Then simply plug in the power connector into the amplifier and plug the blue wire into an empty connector on the top of the brake side. This blue wire is the amplifier remote turn-on. Take note that there is likely an empty plug that needs to be removed before making this connection. If this plug is occupied with another accessory, relocate that accessory item to pull power from another connector. On our motorcycle, there's 2 located on the other side. Okay, we're making good progress, which leads us to installing our T-harness. This is an all-new design with some cool features. First, we'll disconnect the main harness from the back of the factory source unit. Push the little catch pin that locks the harness in place and slide the lever open. Plug this end into the female end of our T-harness. Then plug the male end of our T-harness into the source unit and slide the lever till you hear it click. Then take the harness labeled amp input and connect them to the corresponding input jacks on the amplifier. Then we'll take the harness labeled amp output and connect them to the corresponding speaker outputs on the amplifier. Now that we have all that done, we're ready to make our battery connections. We'll use a 1/2-inch socket to remove 2 screws that hold the engine control module in place. We'll disconnect a couple harnesses, flip the ECM tray up, and make our positive terminal connection. Then, we'll reconnect our negative cable with our amp ground cable. Once that's done, we'll put everything back together in place. Now that we have that done, we're ready to clean up our wiring. As you noticed, we have some extra wires on our T-harness as well as supplied in the kit. Now these extra harnesses allow you to use our DSR1 digital signal processor. For more information, download our DSR1 setup guide for Harley-Davidson and keep an eye out for our complete configuration video that we'll be releasing in the future. Now that we have everything cleaned up, we're ready to reassemble the bike. Now you'll notice there's some additional adapters that come with your kit. In the current configuration that you see here, we're supporting a rear tour pack speaker option. Now these additional Y adapters allow you to add rear bag lid speakers and aftermarket lowers to the front. There's also an extra bracket, hardware, and bypass plugs that are not used on this motorcycle but are covered in other videos. Now that we have the bike reassembled, we're ready to test the system. I want to reiterate before doing this, make sure that the factory radio is flashed. Now, we get a lot of questions about maintenance on the system, and since the speakers are element ready, they can get wet. However, when washing the bike, close the vent to prevent water from accidentally getting inside the fairing. This will protect your amplifier and all the electrical components inside. As you can see, that install was pretty straightforward. If you prefer to have a professional do the install for you, we have a network of authorized Rockford Fosgate dealers that can be found on our website. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact our technical support. They can be reached Monday through Friday at 1-800-669-9899 or through live chat at the bottom of our website at rockfordfosgate.com. Until next time, I'm Eric. We'll see you again soon.